Hello, students. Here another topic we are discussing, which is ambiguity. And we know that ambiguity means inference, more than two inference in a sentence, which is called ambiguity. And here, according to this definition, in linguistics, ambiguity refers to the phenomenon where a word, phrase, or sentence, important thing is, due to word, phrase, or sentence, can have two or more distinct interpretations. It is not simply about vagueness, rather, it involves the presence of multiple clear meanings. Here is a breakdown. Okay, so linguistics ambiguity. Before proceeding, it is my kind request to all of you, all students, that for exam purpose, you just have to remember common examples which are given here, because I have gone through with various texts, and I found these are the very common, in fact commonest example for all. So for ambiguity, please keep in mind these examples only. You can remember, you can do practice of it. So either a descriptive question or a practical question like statement, or so that will be very helpful to you to understand, because common examples are going to be asked, right? And otherwise you can quote the same examples, right? So ambiguity is a phenomenon which is occurred because of words, phrases, or sentences, whole sentence sometime, which is not framed properly. So that creates vagueness, that creates confusion. Okay, so what's the definition? Ambiguity occurs when a linguistic expression can be understood in more than one way, right? So that is linguistic expression, which is if which linguistic expression can be understood in more than one way, then ambiguity occurs. This can arise from various factors, including the structure of language. So that's what are the factors are structure of language, the meaning of individual words, and the context which is expressed is used, right? And one more thing I would like to tell you, that ambiguity is always not negative. Ambiguity sometimes is positive, because sometimes authors, especially in poems, they put the words this way that it will create ambiguity, right? That is why all scriptures are being interpreted nowadays still. Like years back it was written Mahabharat, Bhagavad Gita, Quran, right? But still there are number of interpretations. So that's a ambiguity is positive and negative as well. But then when prose or what we can say, that grave matter or very important issues, so then we should avoid ambiguity. We should use appropriate word, phrases, or a sentence must be properly framed, right? So what are the types of ambiguity? Linguistics often categorize ambiguity into 7 types. So number one is lexical ambiguity. This occurs when a single word, lexical is like, right? So that is single word that is has multiple meaning, right? So lexical ambiguity because of words. It occurs when words, one word has more than one meaning. Bank, bet, we have already discussed in the class. So these the bank, bet, and right. These examples, three examples you just remember. Bank is financial institution example. Apart from this, here sentences are not given. You just see the sentences, and then, but these three words, bank, bat, and right, right? So bank is used as a financial institution, and with the same spelling, same sound. Another bank is river edge. Then bet, animal, flying animal, or sporting equipment, right? Correct. Okay, this is right expression. Or sometime you can go, you have to turn right, so that is direction, right? So this way you can uh, give the examples. Now another variety of ambiguity is, that is syntactic or structural ambiguity. This arises from the way words are combined in a sentence, leading to different possible interpretations of sentences. For example, we had already discussed these sentences, that is because of sentence. So what are the visiting relatives can be boring, right? We had already discussed many a time in the class. So visiting, why visiting? Because this form is called gerundial form. Gerund gerund means that's a main verb, right? First form of main verb with ing, and before ing there is no helping verb. Either in this sentence, that's a no is visiting, are visiting, no helping verb. So this is gerundial. And gerundial versus infinitive, right? Infinitive is to go, to find, to write. So before main verb, that's a to is used. To plus main verb first form, right? But in gerund, main verb first form, right? Plus ing. This is called gerund. So visiting relatives can be boring. Is the act of visiting that boring, right? When uh, that's relatives themselves boring. So sometimes if you visit to relatives, it's very boring, or sometimes relatives visit to us, it's very boring. So that's not clear. Okay, now in another example, I saw the man with telescope. So that telescope you is in your hand or men's hand, it's not clear, right? So this way you can give the interpretation, that's a through telescope you have seen a man, or you have seen a man who is using telescope, right? So sometime in the evening we go to terrace and we have seen that a person is watching something through telescope, which is not clear. So here another example, then same example, old man and women. So here old man and old women, so women are like old women, right? So that's a old man and women. Now it's not clear there's a old man and old women, or old man and women from very young women from 16 17 years to 70 years, it's not clear, right? So that is these are the ambiguity which are called syntactic ambiguity. Now next is semantic ambiguity. This involves ambiguity in the meaning of phrases or sentences, right? Which is because of phrases or sentences, and often due to interaction of word meaning, right? And that is because of word meaning. This can often overlap with syntactical ambiguity. So that's a semantic ambiguity, and that's a syntactic ambiguity. Almost common, but how this is semantic ambiguity? Because of meaning, actually sometime meaning or phrases or sentences, right? So that's involved ambiguity in the meaning. Semantic is meaning of phrases or sentences. So sometime in different contexts, different meaning of phrases, meaning of the phrases are there, right? For example, the mayor asked the strikers to stop violence, right? So that's a, does this meaning mean the mayor asked the strikers to stop using violence or to stop being violent, right? So action, or that's a, they should be keep quiet, right? So that is the mayor asked the strikers to stop violence, right? So that दंगा बंद करो या फिर चुपचाप बैठ जाओ, it's not clear because of meaning, right? So that is called semantic ambiguity. Then next is referential ambiguity. I didn't discuss in the class, but here we can see this occurs when pronoun or other referring expression could refer to more than one thing, right? Pronoun and other, like John told Bill that he was wrong, right? So here John told Bill means two persons are there, and where he was wrong. So he either John or Bill, not clear. So when ambiguity occurs through pronoun, right, or other referring expression, Pronoun is actually referring expression which refer either John or Bill or someone, he or she, right? So which is called referential ambiguity. So when uh, he or she is being used for whom which is not clear is called referential ambiguity. Okay. Now, key points: context often helps to resolve ambiguity. What is the solution? Context must be very clear. Then, ambiguity can be used intentionally for humorous or rhetorical effect. I told you sometime ambiguity is used. This the holy time is going on, and then many poetry कवि जो होते हैं वो कविताएं बोलते हैं, तो वो जानबूझ के एम्बिग्विटी, बहुत एम्बिग्विटी डालते हैं ताकि लोग अपने अपने तरीके से उसका मीनिंग निकालें. सो दैट्स अ ग्रेट एग्जाम्पल. एंड देन इट इज़ अ नेचुरल पार्ट ऑफ लैंग्वेज, एंड नो 100% delivery is not possible, 100% accuracy is not possible. So we do sometimes we don't um, clear the context, but we speak and we use ambiguous sentence. I gave you example in our college also. That's a one example we have seen in the that's a that what was the example in the poster we have seen. That's a you only you only fail when you stop trying. So you fail only when you stop trying. You can write both the sentences. You only fail when you stop trying, and you fail only when you stop trying, and then you can give the description. So this is very small video I have made for ambiguity. Another video also I'm going to make on ambiguity, but that is all for today. Thank you so much.